Almost Famous Radio podcast with your host, Jeffy McJefferson. Let's go.
Welcome to the Almost Famous Radio podcast. This is Jeffy Jefferson. I'm here with the Ricker again. What's up, Ricker?
Oh, just hanging out.
What do you think, man? We got our beers as usual, and we went to Cartwright's earlier. What you got going on over there?
I got a Triceratops, which pisses me off because Ninkasi has to make the printing tiny for old people to have to freaking use readers.
Yeah, I understand.
The hell is the deal with that?
I don't know. It's crazy. Heck, that's. I don't know. I like the label.
I do
the new
too.
labeling. By the way, I got Bodie's off over here. Thanks. But they put the Triceratops little thing in little print underneath their new label.
Right. I think that, I do like the label, and I think that once we're used to, hey, double IPA is Triceratops and Total Dom is the triple or whatever, whatever they go to that they rename stuff, it'll be okay. But right now it's kind of irritating because you're used to going to, specific label. They change the label and they change the name of the same beer. So it's kind of irritating.
As long as they don't change the recipe, I'm
no,
good.
I don't think they have. It tastes the same. It's good.
Because I like Ninkasi.
I do too.
And so if they go in a different direction, something like, with the recipes and things like that, then that's where I have a little bit of a problem.
Yeah. If they pull who was it that really went sideways?
Hop Valley.
Hop Valley. Thank you. If they go that route, then, time to ash can them.
Right.
Get something different. There's enough breweries in this state for sure.
Gosh, around the whole coast.
Yeah. That, you never have to do without good beer. There's no way.
Do you remember the very first craft beer you drank?
I have to say, and this is because I'm a homer,
Sure.
I have to say it was Lagunitas.
Oh yeah, just the Lagunitas IPA.
Yep.
Pretty good one though.
It is. And when we first started drinking it, your choices were a little bit smaller. But I'm always going to be a Sierra Nevada, Lagunitas. I like Central California, Northern California beers.
Yeah, they're pretty good though. I mean, I really like Sierra Nevada too. Yeah. To be honest with you, a lot.
Yeah.
I'm actually. Oh, so I said Bodie's off. I lied. Sorry, I am drinking a Sierra Nevada. I'm drinking Celebration.
Right, and Torpedo is really good. And then they have don't they have like a double torpedo, a double IPA torpedo?
Torpedo.
Yeah, there's like two torpedoes, and just everything they make is good.
It is good.
It's everything's drinkable. You never go in there and go, I'm going to get a Sierra Nevada and it sucks. It
right.
just doesn't.
The first Sierra Nevada beer I drank, Jason's stepdad, Big Dave,
right, Big Dave.
when I had a barbecue trailer, and I first met him, and he came over to the trailer. First day I met him, and he brought over Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, and we were just sitting there in the trailer drinking them.
Yeah. And those are good.
And they're good.
Yeah.
I was shocked.
There's nothing wrong with them. It's a good beer. It's almost a day beer.
Yeah,
it's not a big beer. But it's tasty. It's good. Yeah.
It is good. One of these days we're going to have Rick says in here, and then we'll get his take on beers because he's
the expert.
He is the expert.
He's the SME.
That boy knows the beer.
Yeah,
for sure.
He is definitely the subject matter expert.
Oh gosh,
sure.
Yeah. And then we were at Cartwright's today, and we had a Crux, or no, he had a Crux, and I tried it. And Crux is great. It's one of my favorite breweries of all time.
Yeah.
And they put out this one called Forward Fast or Forward. I don't know. I can't even remember what it was called. Man,
Forward sucks.
Forward sucks. Yeah. It was like, no, Future Forward.
Okay, future forward.
So in the future, don't brew it.
Right.
Again,
Just stop
please,
yourself.
Stop. Because you have great beer, so don't even mess with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was like he even looked over. He goes, "Hey, just to let everybody know, do not get Future Forward from Crux." I can't believe it. And we were all like, I know that I was like shocked, shitless, that it was that bad.
That they'd make something that sucked.
Yeah.
Which they don't.
They don't. I've had several Crux. I mean, from IPAs to porters to stouts and things like that. And man, they've been great. And then they put this one out, and I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me.
Yeah, but you know what? If you don't try something different and you fall on your face, I think that's probably like any other walk of life. You have to do it. You have to try. But the problem is, if it sucks, it shouldn't get out of your brewery.
Right. My problem is that somebody had to give it the go. Somebody had to give it the
hey, we're going to freaking
let's
market
do this. This is fucking great.
Yeah. Yeah. It's again, trying is one thing. Marketing is wrong.
It's like drinking the azaleas from Augusta National on that one hole.
Oh, jeez.
It was like terrible, and I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty shocking because, like you said, Crux
they're fantastic.
They're good. Yeah, they're really good.
Fantastic, totally fantastic.
But
for sure,
hopefully, golf tomorrow works out for us because this I was looking at. The Doppler and the storms are lined up off the coast like a freaking freight train.
I think that's atmospheric river that's here.
I think so.
I think that's what they call it over here. I mean, I only heard it here.
This is the only place you're going to hear it. Too.
Yeah. Being back from Oklahoma and Kansas and things like that, we didn't have an atmospheric river.
Yeah.
Weather's
shitty.
But but then again, it comes in off the ocean, so we're pretty lacking in oceans over there.
Pretty much.
Yeah, can't remember one. So the biggest body of waters we have is lakes, and there's no atmospheric river coming off of lakes there.
No.
Not well. I would say Michigan, but because you're from Michigan, they don't have oceans, but they have big old lakes up there.
Oh, big old lakes.
The Great Lakes.
That's right. I believe that is the case.
My geography is awesome.
Yeah. Apparently, you know what you're talking about because they are called the Great Lakes, and you name them correctly.
Got it. Great Lakes.
That's it. Don't know the names of them, but fuck it. That's close enough.
Yeah.
They are the Great Lakes.
Okay, so what do we got?
Lakes.
We got Erie.
You got Erie.
Superior.
Phillip. No, Phillip is not one of them. You're close.
My geography isn't as awesome as I thought.
Well, you got 2 out of 5.
Yeah.
From Oklahoma, I'm guessing you were a superstar in freaking school.
Man, I got it. I had it. I was all over it. I actually made good grades. I can't name the Great Lakes right now, and I thought I could. I know there's how many are 5?
There are 5.
Yeah. Okay, so let me try it again. Okay, I got Erie. I got Superior.
Yep. State name. Bring it to me.
State?
Yeah, it's the name of a state.
It's Michigan?
Yes,
they have the Great Lake? Okay.
That's one of them.
All right. Give me the other 2.
Huron.
Okay.
And then Lake Ontario.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. Bad.
Province, state, Superior, Erie, and Huron.
No Phillip.
Damn.
They should have a Great Lake named Phillip.
But there is a Lake St. Clair. That's kind of...
Sounds like a porn name.
It does. And it's kind of contiguous. It's kind of part of the chain.
Lake St. Clair.
Yeah. I think that's right. I hope I'm not wrong because...
Well, I can't challenge that because I don't know.
I sure as shit hope. Now I'm second guessing myself because I'm not sure. I think I'm right though. I think I'm right.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's not a Great Lake. It's just a lake in the chain.
A lake in the chain.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
And then there's the Detroit River.
Which is,
that's part of the.
is it like nasty?
I'm sure it is, but it's probably not near as bad as it was.
So if you ate fish out of it,
Probably
not a good
don't
idea.
want to. No, probably not. No. But the Great Lakes have great fishing. Seriously, great fishing.
really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep.
Man, but those dudes are scary looking. I've seen
Some
pictures of them.
You know, they got pike and muskie and big fish.
No, I'm not talking about the fish. I'm talking about the lake. They're like,
Oh, you mean size-wise?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Freaking, you know what? Superior is the scariest thing I've ever seen in my freaking life.
which one were you talking about that had like a bridge on it and shit?
That's between the upper and lower peninsula, and that's where Huron and Lake Michigan come together.
And there's like a bridge.
There's a bridge. It's 4 miles. At one point, it was the longest expansion bridge in the world.
And you didn't even like driving on that, or did you?
No, it's a long way to go between freaking. I don't like water in the first place, and it's a long way to go between landmass and landmass. It's now for somebody who doesn't like water.
I was going to ask you.
Not
that,
a
but
good
go ahead.
idea. No.
Why don't you like water?
To drink, it's fine. To
To
swim
brew,
in,
to brew beer was
yeah,
fine.
to for whiskey, it's great.
Sure.
But as far as being in, I'm okay without it. I'll take a shower. I'm good. I don't need a bath.
Not a swimmer in lakes,
Not so much. No.
but a fisher of lakes.
Yeah, every once in a while, I like fishing. Fishing's okay.
I like
Yeah.
to fish.
Yeah.
I haven't fished here really. Well, I mean, when I moved here, I brought light tackle because that's what we fished with back there. And it's like these places to fish here, like, man, light tackle don't work.
No, I don't think so. I think that, steelhead and salmon are going to freaking, kill that in a minute.
Yeah, like trout fishing, I like it. Could fish for trout, in Missouri. And that was cool. Man, I could use my light tackle for that, but I don't know if I can here.
I think you get certain places and you could trout fish fine, but you're going to have to go in, off the Rogue and into some of the feeder streams into the Rogue, But I don't know. I haven't fished here.
Is there any fish in Crater Lake? I don't think there is. Or maybe they had to stock it because that's not a real lake. I mean, it's a real lake, but it's not like.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I would have, that's a good question. I don't know. I would assume there's fish in there, but
They'd had to throw fish in there because there's no tributaries.
right. It's locked. It's landlocked.
Yeah, and it's like over 2,000 feet deep, so I'd like freak out anyway.
Yeah,
I don't think you can even use boat motors in it.
probably not.
It's pretty pristine water.
Yeah, I don't think it's it's like what the people who have those bumper stickers that say "Keep Tahoe Blue."
Yeah,
It's what they would like Tahoe to be. Crater Lake is.
Tahoe's a pretty cool lake.
It's beautiful.
I went there. The only time I've been there was there few years ago, but it's a cool lake.
It is.
Yeah,
It's very cool, but gosh dang, man. It's I gotta assume at this point it's probably pretty overrun in the summertime. I haven't been there in probably 30 years. It's been a long time. Wow. Yeah, I haven't been there in a long time, but I would assume that it's overrun in the summertime and overrun in the wintertime.
we went on this fake yacht. Well, it was a yacht, but it's like not a just because you could pay to get on it, and they take you around the lake and stuff like that.
Is that one of the glass bottom boats?
No, it's like a real old boat.
Okay.
Yeah, and And it was kind of fun. We were at South Lake Tahoe, and
Okay.
it was really cool.
Yep.
Going on it and just kind of cruising it and things like that. The captain, took us out and stuff. They had a bar.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah, they had a bar on it, and so you could get drinks and things like that on there, and it was kind of cool.
Now, was that did that start on the California side, or did it start on the Nevada side of South Lake?
It was like right there on the California side, barely in California.
Okay, so if you were staying at one of the casinos, you could probably walk to it and freaking go on this cruise.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I was really disappointed in the restaurants there. It's South Lake Tahoe.
Yeah, I'm sure there's good places to eat there, but I don't. Like I said, it's been a long time, and I don't remember the food being good.
They had a place called Riva on the Grill, or something like Riva on the Lake, or Riva Grill, something like that. But they had these drinks called Wet Woodies, and they had like a totally, a bunch of different kind of Wet Woodies, and we had eaten breakfast or something like that, and then we went over there, and we were like, let's get a drink there, and they had these Wet Woodies, and I think they're rum-based drinks, and
Okay.
they were actually really good. What we had.
Okay.
Didn't try them all. They had funny names and all that kind of stuff, but it was pretty good.
Yeah.
And they named, not named, but they had like this French onion dip that they made, and fresh, they made fresh potato chips and stuff like that with it.
Really?
Yeah. And they had like lobster deviled eggs and stuff like that there. And it was kind of cool. I wish we would have.
So like higher end bar food type of stuff?
Sort of, yeah.
Like snack stuff that's really good.
That was probably my favorite place that we went. Otherwise, it was like, how do I want to put it? It was just like food brought in. It wasn't home cooked. It wasn't like scratch made food and stuff like that.
Okay.
Probably brought in on like a Cisco truck or something like that. And it was like, it was like I said, it was good there. So and we tried different restaurants. I didn't stay there, but a few days, but it was fun.
Yeah. Yeah. The last time I was there, I've been there after that when I drove truck. But as far as vacationing there, I've only been there once, and we stayed. The Coast Guard had a freaking like a set of lodges on the east side of the lake on the Nevada side, and you could rent one of their, if you were DOD or whatever, you could rent one of those cabins.
Okay.
And I don't think it was more than 10 miles from South Lake. It wasn't that far. You just kind of went around the south side of the lake, and then you got into the casinos, and then you went across the border, and you were in California again. And it was nice. It was that back then the lake. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't been there in a lot of years, but it was beautiful then. It's just a beautiful body of water.
Yeah, and everything around it is. We were there during probably COVID time or whatever, like the late COVID.
Okay.
And so it's in California, so you know how that was like.
Right.
Sucked that part.
Yeah.
But, it was kind of just the experience of it was cool.
Yeah, the last time I was there, the Bonanza was still open.
Bonanza?
Yeah.
Oh, like that steak restaurant?
No.
Oh.
Where they filmed
oh shit
the show.
Like Little Joe and shit?
Yes.
Okay.
They had, the ranch was on, I think the Nevada side of South Lake. It was up on the hill, and it was cool.
Ponderosa.
Yeah, the Ponderosa, exactly.
Yeah, I was like trying to think of it, and I finally got it.
Yeah. But it was there, and I think it's gone now. I don't think it's been in operation for quite a while. I don't know.
Really?
When. Yeah. But it was well, but remember, it only has relevance when the show's on or the show is in reruns or, the show's relevant. And then once it's not relevant, it's like, okay, what's Bonanza?
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying?
People like Rayette's aunt, she loves that show. She watches it religiously still. I'm surprised. I don't know if she's ever been out there, but I guess she can't now. But I mean, she could have been.
Yeah, I don't know, but it was there. They had it, and what was funny is they had a little bit of everything there. It was kind of trippy. It was kind of like a museum, and they had the faults. I don't even know how to put this. They had set pieces.
Okay.
So you like the interiors that they do,
Right.
It was like a room with nothing else.
Cloth walls.
Kind of that sort of thing. Yeah. But I mean, really close to that.
Because I know that I went to a convention in Dallas and we went to Southfork.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. And I actually got drunk with the fake JR.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. And
just don't smoke cigarettes around him. He'll probably put it out and freaking call you an asshole.
it was a fake JR. He
It
didn't
doesn't
care.
matter. He'd freaking, if he's playing the part, he's got to play the part.
Well, he didn't say, I don't smoke anyway,
Right.
but yeah. But it was kind of cool. And then you've touched the walls, and I'm making the hand signal on my wall, which you can't see, but I'm doing it anyway. And it was like a sheet, like that was
A drape.
sort of,
But
yeah,
but it was but it looked like
but it was not a hard wall.
right. It looked like a wall, but it was just
Right.
a freaking yeah.
Yeah, it was cool as hell though. Going there, I mean, come on, who wouldn't want to go to Southfork if you knew what Dallas was? I mean, the show that is.
Right. Right. I mean, when they start out the show with basically a helicopter shot of
Dallas.
the ranch.
Yeah, and Dallas, and then they hit on the ranch and stuff like that. Yeah, I know, and I don't know how much they filmed there. He said they didn't film there much.
Right. I assume most of it was done in Hollywood anyways, just like
Right.
everything else, but still kind of trippy that you got to go there.
It is. The place was crazy. You took us room by room, things like that, and like I said, they had open bar there.
Oh my God.
So that's why we got me and my friend that we went to the convention there with. That's why we got drunk with the fake JR.
Right.
That fake JR man could drink you under the table, man. That dude could drink.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, man. That fake.
So basically, the fake JR was a guy who actually just worked the job there.
Yeah, looked just like Larry Hagman. No
way.
Yeah, he had the suit, and the hat and stuff like that JR wore and things like that. And he even like tried to talk like him and things like that. And it was so funny. It was fun. I mean, I was slammered by the time I got done with that damn convention because that fake JR got us drunker than shit. It was great.
Well, open bar, it's like game on, man.
Yeah, open bar. Hey, man, have you ever watched a show? Everybody had bourbon or something like that.
Yeah.
If you ever watch a show, and this guy played it to the hilt.
He played JR.
Oh, he was JR.
Yeah.
All the way. And it was fun. It was unbelievable. And, they had we went back there where the pool is and all that kind of crap. But it was, that's why I was asking you about that with the Bonanza thing, because that's the way it was over there at Dallas, at Southfork.
The funny thing is, at that point, quite a few of them had passed. Now, well, no. I'm trying to think. I don't, obviously.
Haas bit it.
Haas bit it. Yeah, he was gone back in the 70s.
Right. That was probably even before Little Joe.
Little
Michael,
Joe was
Michael Landon.
Michael Landon was still alive, but I would assume so. Lauren Green was probably alive at that point, but nobody, there wasn't any reenactors.
Could you imagine,
like
if they had an open bar there and you got drunk with Hop Singh? Isn't that his name? Was it Hop Singh? I don't know.
I don't remember. Yeah, the guy who was the freaking
cook.
The cook, yeah, the freaking man.
Was it Hop Singh? I don't even know if it was Hop Singh.
I don't know.
Maybe that's totally made up by me. Maybe it was.
Yeah, but that may be right. I don't know. I just remember. I remember the show being. Yeah, there was a Chinese freaking cook. Yeah, I just remember that. But yeah, that was it. Was pretty cool. And they did the funny thing is they did.
Played the theme song for you?
No.
Okay.
They Pip barbecued like a half a cow or
Did
something.
they have that thing on a rotisserie there?
No, not on a rotisserie. They cooked it in the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. And in sackcloth, they slow cooked either half an animal. I don't know what it was. It might have been a pig. It might have been, but that was part of what they did.
That would be cool.
Yeah, it was kind of cool.
Open bar, you're getting drunk with Hop Singh, and then they do this.
Yeah, there was no open bar, no Hop Sing, and we left before the barbecue. But other than that, it was the exact same thing. It was just like being on the show.
They should have caught a map on fire like they do in the opening.
I know. But what was funny was they had like a museum part of it, and some of the stuff they had was way more modern. They had cars and crap like that. Modern, yes, thank you. Let's keep it Oklahoma for
No, I was just keeping it sticks from Domar Arigato, Mr. Roboto. He's the modern man. But anyway, go ahead.
Really? No, see, you're taking it totally sideways.
No, I'm not going to go there. I mean, we can go sticks, but I'm not going sticks right now. I want to hear about Hop Sing.
Hop Sing wasn't there. That's what you're going to hear.
Okay, well, the Hop Sing place of residence.
Okay.
Yeah,
they had like cars and stuff like that. It's like, what is this all about? There's all sorts of. It's kind of all over the fucking map. But okay, whatever you guys want to do, it's cool.
And how long did you stay? I mean, how long was it? It was like hours.
Yeah, a couple hours.
Yeah.
It was a couple hours. But the cool thing was, at that point, everybody had seen Bonanza and they saw the interiors of the place, and it was all set pieces. That's the thing that was trippy. It was like, okay, you remember the show, and here's the kitchen, here's the living room, but it's all a set piece. Everything's set up for cameras and whatever, and it's like, it's weird. It's like being on a some kind of weird sound stage, but you're in Tahoe. Wow. It's like it's a strange feeling. It's like this doesn't really gel right, but okay, whatever. It worked for me. It was cool to go see it though. But I mean, when you're there and you're looking at cars, and then you're looking at fire trucks, and then at the same time you're looking at a stable with horses, and it was weird. It was just strange. But it was cool. It was neat to go because the place that side of Tahoe is pretty stunning. Well, Tahoe itself is stunning.
Then you throw Bonanza in it, and then you're good.
Yeah, But like you said, something the paper should have been burning.
That map.
Yeah.
Isn't that the map? It was
it was the map. It says Bonanza on it, but it's got Bonanza.
And then it's got like an unforgettable opening song. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Everybody rides up on their horse and stuff like that, and then they show dam blocker and all that kind of crap. Yeah.
Yeah. It was different. It
I bet.
was different.
And see, that's the thing with the Southfork deal with me. It was different.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that. See, they didn't have set pieces there. It was just a house.
Right.
With fake walls that were sheets. So, fake JR, fake walls. I didn't care. Open bar, getting drunk.
With the fake JR.
With the fake JR.
And who gives a shit? It's
Who
all
gives a
good.
shit?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
It's not the real deal, but it's close enough to get you drunk.
Man, that was I wish I looked like JR. I would have fucking taken that job any day.
I'm going to go get a beer.
For sure.
You ready for one?
We're gonna pause for a second. I'm gonna get a beer. Hang tight. And we're back. Got us a fresh one. Now I got a Bodie's office, so I can't lie.
Yeah. Well, you lied once, but you can't lie twice.
Yeah, well, I got caught.
Yeah.
I got caught in a lie. And I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm not gonna be a liar, so don't you caught me in a lie this time. I'm not gonna let that happen again.
Yeah. Well, hopefully Rick can come here and actually go over this beer thing, because I think that's quite the topic that needs explored.
Probably so. Well, yeah, it does.
Especially by him, because he's so freaking knowledgeable about beer, whiskey, bourbon, rye, all that.
We're pimping this guy, and I hope he doesn't disappoint.
Now watch, he gets stage fright and goes,
Yeah.
I can't talk.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I caught Doris and like almost. I don't know if she said that he has a podcast. I don't think he does.
I think he may have done one.
He might have done one.
Yeah. I think that's where she was going with it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, possibly, because I don't think he has one. He would have said something. I would think.
Well, I would hope that we'd get invited.
Right. Be on it.
Yeah.
Instead of just going to Cartwrights and talking like we do.
I know.
We will do that. I'm going to talk to the owner again and kind of do a live broadcast there. It's not going to be live when it drops, but I mean, it's going to be live at the time.
I think that would be out of control. And I think we should do it during one of our meetings. But we'd have to freaking do some heavy editing.
Well, probably not a meeting, because it's going to have to be on a weekend.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because the setup's going to take you more than 5 minutes. And yeah, okay.
Well, just because of the fact that the weekend, everybody's like there. Everybody will be there. We'll be able to go ahead and have a few and bring people in that even whoever wants to come and talk, they can talk.
Yeah, that could get interesting.
That's exactly.
Yeah, that could get really interesting.
For sure, because having people there that we know that go there,
right?
Will they step up to the mic?
I got a feeling that maybe not at beer number 0, but at beer number 3,
probably
it's a done deal.
Yeah,
I don't think it's even going to be a question. It's going to be straight to the microphone.
That would be so fun. I think that would be so fun.
The only problem I see with it, and I don't even know if this is a problem, but keeping on some kind of topic would be kind of difficult. So it'd be more free flowing than we normally do.
No topic, because because everybody would be there, or not everybody would be there, but I mean the people that want to come in and talk, they would set their own topic basically.
And again the
randomness
that would have to, we'd have to see how that would flow. But yeah, I think it would be kind of interesting, because it would go from topic to topic to topic with whoever's at the mic. I mean, you bring your own subject to whatever, you want to talk about. And then as soon as you get off the mic, goes to a different topic.
Right.
Well, I mean,
there's no need for a topic.
Well,
on that,
that's
you're
true.
Talking about basically a live show.
Yeah, that's true. But having some kind of general guide to go with, some general direction might be.
All that it would take was just the first person that gets on there, and then you're talking about so-and-so and so-and-so. And then everybody else that wants to come in, you can say, okay, well, look, we talked to Carolyn about this.
Okay,
And
so you're just going to, basically it'd be you guiding conversation. I mean, really, that's as a host, maybe that's the way it needs to go, is you guide conversation into at least some semblance of a direction.
I would like it to be something like you and I on the mic, and we'd have the other two mics free, or just you, me, and somebody else, and just have one mic free and have people come in.
Okay. No, I think that'd be fine.
A little something like that.
Yeah. Then if it goes from topic to topic to topic,
That's what I want.
There would be continuity between players.
Sure.
And that might make it a little more palatable.
Because if we had three people regular on the regular mics,
right,
and had a free mic, and people come in and go, hey, I'm going to talk about, who knows what they talk about, especially being on a weekend.
Yeah.
I mean,
extra happy
after a while.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure that they'll come on. I bet we would have person after person.
I think we would. Because, at this point, I think we know enough people there that the people that would come up would be people we in the circle of three, whoever's the three main conversants,
sure,
would know whoever's coming up. So, it'd kind of be a natural conversation, and it wouldn't be stilted or anything like that. So I guess any hesitation with topic, I guess, would kind of go away. You just kind of instead of being a topical conversation, it's just a conversation.
Don't you think, though, if we had this set up over there and we were just talking like we are right now, people would be curious and go, "What are you guys doing?" Well, get on the mic, let's talk.
Yeah, and I think they would.
And total randomness would be the best with different people.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I get it.
And we probably could pull a lot of stuff out of people that they probably would never talk about.
Well, we were talking about JR and the Ponderosa.
Right.
So I think that, randomness is probably our best suit.
Exactly.
Just as a guess.
Because we sure the hell didn't expect to talk about that when we first started this today.
That wasn't part of the freaking deal.
Yeah, so. J.R. Ewing and the Ponderosa and Little Joe and Haas and Hopsing.
Yeah. Hopsing, that's right.
But yeah, I think we could pull a lot out of people. I mean, because curiosity is going to get the best of them.
Right.
And then they'll probably go, I don't know if I want, well, just do it.
Well, you remember I was super hesitant about doing any of this. And it's like.
Said you'd never do it.
Yeah. And now it's like, I don't know. I think I do like it.
It's not as bad as it sounds.
No, because again, it's just a file.
Sure.
I mean, when it comes down to it, you're looking at, it's just you and me doing what we do all the time.
Right.
We're just bullshitting. That's it. We're just talking.
Background on this, real quick, just in case we don't know, or you don't know, we know. Ricker actually said when I was thinking about putting this together and doing this stuff and just having fun with it, said he would never do it. Now, he's a staple. He's a primetime player.
Yeah, it's kind of strange. I didn't think I'd want to. I really didn't. I had no desire to, and now it's like,
let's roll.
It's just talking. We do this all the time.
All the time.
This is the only difference is normally it's out under out sitting at the table outside instead of inside with a microphone. It's the same conversation. There's no difference.
That's what I've been trying to tell everybody that, like Jason and everybody, hey, look, it's no different than us talking, or even Brad. Brad's still hesitant.
Yeah, and I see that's the one that kills me, because Brad has so many freaking stories from his childhood.
Right.
It's like he could have his own podcast and never run out of stories.
I'd like to get him in, and you'd like to get him in, and hopefully,
there's enough alcohol to get him in.
Enough alcohol to get him in.
Yeah, that's the
He'd
thing.
probably have to stay over at your house
Probably.
because
That's what guest rooms are for, is to freaking take drunk guests in and freaking toss them.
to let everybody know,
They're on the
this
bed.
guy's from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and we're talking about Brad. And he does have this guy has stories out the wazoo about living up there. He was even talking about it a little bit today. So hopefully we're whetting your appetite for that, and he'll come in and do that. He did come on the PGA golf that me and El Dude did with him, and he was a little bit tuned. But if he comes in with stories from
The UP. Absolutely.
it's kind of crazy. I mean,
He could also do stories from Texas too.
sure.
'Cause those are pretty freaking funny too.
Yeah, like when he fell asleep at 7-Eleven taking a shit. Woke up the next morning. Stuff like that. I don't have those kind of stories.
He's got a million stories from Texas, and his brothers.
Right?
He's got a million stories from his brothers, and he's got a lot of stories, man. He's got good stories.
Tells
They're
him all the
funny.
time at Cartwright's. All he has to do is come in here and say it.
Yeah, I know, but I don't.
It's not a live broadcast. That's the whole thing that's kind of freaking him out. I think that he's like, oh man, and that's a lot of time. A lot of people are kind of freaked out because they think it's a live broadcast. It's not.
No, and that's what makes it easy. You're not handling, you're not handling callers, and you're not over the air with a million people listening. It's freaking
I'd love
conversation.
to have callers.
I think it'd be hilarious.
God, if there was a way to have callers, I mean, I don't think we can, but I mean, I was like thinking about that. I was like, golly, to have callers call in but I don't know if that would be, since they're calling, maybe it's a FCC thing.
I would assume it is.
But I don't know, maybe a Zoom thing. I don't know how to do it, but callers would be like amazing on something like this, I would think.
Yeah.
Just don't get them. I mean, you can't get them. I mean, because you can't do it. I don't think. I've looked into it a little bit, but I have never seen where you could take callers.
Boy, it'd be hilarious.
God.
I mean, just, and I'm not trying to bring this into the political realm, but Rush and callers. I mean, he was a freaking master at freaking, getting callers, Bo Snerdley and his call screening. They had so many freaking great and memorable callers. I can't think of another show that, used callers to make Rush's point, or use callers to freaking show how freaking lunatic people can be.
Sure.
I mean, they had great call screening and
see, that's the point. That's the deal about this. I wouldn't even want to screen calls. I'm taking everything.
That's where it would get, I think, extra fun.
Yeah.
See, because they screened to make a point.
Sure.
Okay. Not screening is to make the point that this is just fun. This
Right.
is what it's all about, is just having fun and hearing from people. And I think it would be a blast to do just, an open mic type of thing where just bring it.
Right.
We'll talk about anything. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, you could like say, hey, this show is like the worst podcast in the world that's ever seen. And I'd be like, cool.
Yeah, bring it.
I just want to hear it.
Yeah. 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 And then of course somebody comes with that. What are you going to come back with? You're going to come back with, what do you do? What's your deal?
Yeah, what's your deal?
Well, if this sucks, what do you do that's so great that doesn't suck? There's always a comeback. There's always something to say.
Sure.
To any call, positive or negative. So,
I bet your wife would like to come on here in person.
Oh my gosh.
No, not your wife. I'm talking about a caller. It's like jamming on us.
Oh.
So I'm like, hey, you know what? I bet your wife would like to come in here naked and pull a Howard Stern thing.
Yeah.
So if you want to go ahead and do that, fine. I'm not Howard Stern, obviously.
Right.
But Howard Stern-ish type thing. Yeah, your wife probably wanted to come in here and show us the goods.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah.
No, it's something like that. That would be neat. I mean, just to hear from everybody. I'm sure that, we could do emails and crap like that and then talk about it and then say, hey, next week, boom.
Yeah, but having people voice call.
Different.
And it's a different deal. I mean, taking, emails and stuff like that. Yeah, it's good, but it's not.
That's all you got, I think, on here.
I think you're right. It probably is.
The callers would be awesome.
I can't even imagine. I can't imagine. It'd be a free-for-all.
Yeah.
To be not FCC regulated and yet have callers.
Oh.
And just, open mic freaking insanity.
Let it rip.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever you got to say, just say it.
Do it. Because we don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever rant you want to do, you're just going to do.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
my gosh.
I guess that's why I think that the Cartwrights thing with the open extra mic right there, it would be the closest thing we've got to it.
I think you're right. Yeah, I do. I think that, especially if you got in there before you set up and said, hey, anybody, we want you. We're inviting you to come in and just say whatever you want.
Anything goes.
Yep. If you want to spend 5 minutes, you want to spend 30 seconds, doesn't matter. Just whatever you want to do, come on in. We want as many people to freaking be in on this. I think it'd be a freaking hoot.
I think so too.
I think it'd be out of control fun. And I think it'd make for a great podcast.
Oh, man. It would be awesome.
Yeah. Especially there because everybody's, even if they're not tuned up, they're just a little bit loose. So they're going to freaking fly with it.
And I have on Buzzsprout, that's who I'm going to be going through. I got their page on Facebook and a lot of people there are on there and they're like, they're trying to be so professional. And I'm not a professional guy.
Right.
You're not a professional guy.
No.
When it comes to this at all.
No.
This is, and everybody says, what's your topic? Well, we don't even know what our topic's going to be from day to. We didn't even expect to do this right now.
Right.
We were coming in here thinking we were going to talk about assholes and then cool people.
Yeah, that didn't work out, did it?
No, but this is what it does.
This is where it went.
This is how it goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't care if people like this or they don't. I take that back. I do. I would like people to like it. But if they don't, if it's not their bag, baby, like Austin Powers and his penis machine, that's fine.
Yeah, I think it's okay too. I think that, whoever's going to like it's going to like it, and
whoever don't,
that's who we're after.
Yeah.
And who doesn't like it won't listen twice. Fuck them. It's not a big deal. It's not even fuck them. It's like, you know what? If you don't like it, you don't like it.
Yeah.
No big deal.
We're fucking idiots. If you don't like this shit, then that's fine.
Right. It's up to you.
Yeah.
You know, and if you find it, entertaining or engaging, good for you. If you don't, there's always something else. There's, I'm sure there's podcasts on freaking gardening or, houseplants or whatever the fuck you're into. I don't care. Well, you can find something that's more your style.
Sure.
But this is what it is, and hopefully somebody likes it.
Their wife will like it.
More than likely,
those gardening sons of bitches.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm planting posies this year.
Right.
And they all talk like this. I'm going to go ahead and this year I'm planting posies. I hope that they turn out. Next year, I might even try a daisy or two. So I'm trying to be extra professional right now. And if you don't like it, shove that flower up your fucking ass. How's that?
That'll work.
Yeah.
That'll work.
So that was my gardening.
Yeah. The tip of the day.
Tip of the day. Yeah.
Just the tip.
Just the tip of the flower.
That's right.
Up your ass.
Right.
I don't care.
But yeah, I think that Cartwright's free for all would
Man,
be a blast.
That would be the thing.
And you know what? I think that might be a good place to kick this all off.
Probably so.
I think that if you could do that as a kickoff to, downloading all this at one time, I think it'd be awesome. Now, some of the stuff that we've talked about is fairly topical. Some of it isn't. Some of it, like I'm talking about the stuff you did with El Dude and Liv.
Sure.
I think that's a little more topical, even though it's still in the news and it's still relevant.
But that's the thing about it that you don't know what you're going to get if you hear what it's about.
Yeah.
And you're like, man, I'm not really that big on golf and stuff like that. I don't really give a fuck about Live or PGA Tour. Wait till next time.
Well, even that's the great thing about podcasts is you can go to the next one, scroll to the next, scroll to the next, whatever.
And that's fine.
Yeah. You'll find something.
Yeah, you'll find something.
Well, if you want stupidity and idiocy, we've got it in droves.
Got it covered.
We got it taken care of.
Yeah, you got the idiots over here and just drinking fucking beer and just bullshitting. I mean, if you'd like that, that's fine.
Well, I gotta assume that the one thing about this that probably works for most people is going to be it's a conversation.
Just
real.
It's
easy to relate to. It's not like you're having to stretch your mind to figure this out.
It's just real. I mean,
a couple of guys
real
talking,
stuff.
That's it.
Real stuff here, just in this little bitty studio in the backyard, and just bullshit. I mean, not just us, but like Carolyn and Rayette and Jody and El Dude, everybody. And that's what's the cool thing about it, Yeah. I don't have to sit here in my own closet. A lot of people do in their closet because they want to get the best sound that they can get. But if you want, if you want to do that, that's fine.
Right.
But fine.
Your mother's going to be proud of you.
Right. Yeah.
Since she's out there making you a Pop-Tart.
That's
awesome.
Yeah.
Good
She's
for you.
making you a Pop-Tart when you're talking about aliens coming down from space and landing in your yard. And it's okay because the aliens are your friends. Come on, give me a fucking break. That's fine.
It's all good. I mean, hey, look at it. If somebody can do that and get listenership,
sure, that's great.
Them.
Hey, good for
them. You know,
I'm happy for him.
that's like we were talking about.
But can you get aliens to come in do the show with you?
That's the trick.
Yeah.
That is the
Right.
trick.
I have tried to contact people from Mars. They still haven't made it yet. They haven't contacted me yet. I've given my email. I've posted my Facebook page. And yet the aliens won't come back to me. Hopefully they will next week. Take care now. Bye-bye then. Okay, you got that. And you guys are great. You people that do this alien shit, that's fine. I don't care. The true crime people. That's a big one.
Yeah,
A lot of people like this true crime stuff.
I do.
And
I'm
on a
into
podcast, yeah. And that's
not
cool.
in the podcast so much, but just true crime.
Right. So they do a lot of true crime stuff. That's a big deal on podcasts, I think, from what I gathered.
I think you were right. I think it is.
People like to do that, and that's cool. I don't know any true crime. I mean, I
had a set of golf clubs stolen out of the back of my trunk 20 years ago. Does that count?
Unfortunately,
It does.
whenever you have a true crime like that, please let us know, and we'll do a whole show on it. Stolen golf clubs. Please let me know. Enjoy. Thank you now. Bye-bye then.
Okay.
Yeah, see, I would be good on that.
I think so.
I doubt I would. That sucks. But no, the true crime people, and there's a lot of different things that's on there on podcasts, and that's pretty cool. I'm sure. I don't. To be perfectly honest with you, I've never listened to a podcast.
I haven't either. No, I've seen bits and pieces because Rogan's so big.
Right, I've seen bits and pieces of Rogan.
I've seen bits and pieces of Rogan.
Sure.
And Rogan having freaking.
I've seen bits and pieces of these cats from. I don't know if they're from Wisconsin or where they're from. They're up north. They're pretty funny.
Are they?
Yeah, they're pretty funny, but and I think they do a hell of a job, and because it takes balls to do this sometimes, I believe.
Okay.
I mean, to come out there and do stuff like that, they got it on, and they do the video stuff. They're on,
Right. They have a
Right.
camera going.
They have cameras going, and they cut to each other whenever they're talking and stuff like that. So, man, that's impressive to me. So I'll hand it to them.
But are they drinking alcohol?
They actually are.
Really?
They actually opened their show with it. They actually opened their show with a beer.
I kind of like these guys.
They are funny. Yeah.
I kind of like them.
They're
already,
funny,
man.
yeah.
I've never. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. They're
Okay,
funny.
well.
They do. They actually open the show with a beer. Not like we do. But I think they drink Busch Light or something like
Oh, for fuck's sake!
that. So,
No, that's not drinking. That's freaking
yeah.
consuming water with
Right.
a little freaking chaser. Holy shit!
they drink Busch Light. But still, though, that's cool.
Okay.
Then. Yeah, I'll give it to them,
them,
man.
I'll
Yeah.
give it to them.
You got to give it to them because they're sitting there drinking beers and having a good time.
Well, that's what we're doing, except we're drinking better beer and,
But yeah.
and having as much fun.
They've made
So-
fun of IPA drinkers and shit like that. That's kind of funny, too. I've seen some videos of it, and it is funny.
Okay. But
Man,
then they're in Wisconsin.
Credit due where credit. I don't.
They're-
It might have been from Wisconsin. Wisconsin, North Dakota. I don't even know. They're up there.
Wisconsin or North Dakota?
I don't know.
Oh,
they're
come
up there
on.
somewhere. I mean, they're close.
I get it, but I mean, if they're somewhere in the Midwest
It might even
and
be
they're
Michigan.
making fun of people
They
on
might.
the
I think
West
they might be. I
Coast,
think they're actually from Michigan.
are they really?
To be honest with you, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think so. And but like I said, their shit's good. Their shit is good. I'm
Okay.
never gonna not give credit where credit is due, and those dudes are funny.
Okay. Yeah, I get it.
They're
man.
kind of idiots like we are, but they're funny. They have kind of the same, but they're sort of the same kind of show, but they're pretty funny.
So they kind of tend towards the comedic.
Right, but they do their topics. They have like 3 different topics or something like that they go through, and
Are they more scripted?
pretty much.
Okay. Well, see that's
and they're edited
difference.
and they're edited.
See that kind of that. Okay, I'm good with it, but at the same time, it's like you drop them as they come out.
Yeah, the difference.
Literally, that you have to drop this as it comes out and let it fly.
The difference is, they have editors and they do the edit thing and stuff like that. I'm happy with not being edited. I don't edit shit. The only edit, quote unquote, edit thing we do is we pause it and then go get a beer or take a piss or something like that.
Yeah, I get it.
Or put the music in. If you want to call that editing, go ahead.
That's an intro.
If you want to get technical about that kind of shit, go ahead. But the thing is, I like it that it's unedited, and I'm not going to edit uhs because I say all the time, or like, or baba this or whatever. Yeah, I'm not gonna edit that shit out.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna painstakingly go through this show and go, oh shit, I said there.
Yeah.
Better get that out of there. I said, oh, like this, like that, or the other. Oh, I got to get that shit out of there. It's not real.
No, because you're going to make mistakes. You're going to make, you're going to say things that are awkward.
I don't even think it's mistakes.
No, but I mean, you're going to say things that are awkward and might not sound well after you say it. But at the same time, it's still a conversation. And conversations aren't always freaking perfectly smooth.
Yeah, so we're sitting there at Cartwright's, say all of us guys. We had a full table today. And somebody says something and go, oh, wait. Edit that out and start again, okay, so I can understand what the fuck you were saying. That doesn't happen.
Right.
That's why I love it. That's why I call this real, unedited radio, because that's what it is. It's real people, real fun.
That's it.
Because we're real and we're fun. We're idiots, but we're fun.
Idiots. That's what we do best.
Right.
But you know what? We've got 60 years apiece of stupidity. And we're just getting started.
And it's kind of funny because we're such, we're doing this, and it's kind of funny how people actually want to come in and do this with us.
Yeah, that was kind of funny today that they both wanted to do. They both wanted to come in and try this. It's
sure,
like, do it.
Yeah,
don't fucking say yeah. Just
they will.
Come on.
I mean, some people will.
Yeah,
and so and if they want to do it, they'll do it. That's the funny part is like, okay, you say, okay, what are you doing? Well, we're going to record a show today. Oh, a podcast. Oh, I listen to podcasts and I listen to this, that, and the other. Well, you're welcome to come in. Really? Okay, I'll come in.
Yeah.
Come on in. Then that's the thing. We just let anybody come in that we want.
Yeah.
Or not that we want. If they want to come in, they can come in. I'll leave the back gate open.
There's some people that aren't invited. Let's be fucking real.
Okay.
But that group's pretty limited.
It's way limited.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty much whoever wants to come in could come in.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
There's a few people that I would not.
We'll talk about that part off the air.
Yeah.
But,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
For the most part, anybody who's got anything interesting to say, bring it.
Or anything to say. You got something to say? Come on in.
Yeah, okay. I guess at some point you got to say, even if it isn't anything interesting, it's still something to go off of.
It might be interesting to the flower people.
The fucking flower people.
It could be interesting to the flower people. So we got to let them.
Okay.
So anyway,
fucking great.
But we could, but there's most people that we know would be fun on here.
Oh my gosh.
So
there are a couple of people that I can't wait to freaking bring on here because
right.
I just think just let them loose, and it's going to be freaking game on. I really do.
I would. Do you think it would be fun to bring somebody in and just pile on them?
I don't, you know,
and just totally mind fuck them?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I do. Yeah, I do. I don't want to, but I
you were
think
like,
so.
well, I don't know. Yeah, I do. Yeah, that's what you were like.
Yeah, I have to say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to find that person,
the right candidate,
that candidate, and we'll come on there, and then we'll. Oh yeah, we're just on here.
We're just a couple of guys trying to freaking get by the day.
Yeah.
Please go ahead and say something.
Yeah. And then we're gonna fuck with you hard.
Right.
And yeah. I mean, if that happens, you hear the door slam, then you know. Well, you don't even have to hear the door slam because you'll know that they're like pissed.
Yeah.
But I would just have that. I would pray for that one person to come in.
I think we could do it. I've got a couple of candidates who would be perfect for this sort of thing.
If they came in.
You know what? Ego is a freaking great motivator.
Boy.
Let me tell you, if you told them that they were going to be, pardon me, the big part of the show,
right?
That they were going to be the subject of the show, they'd be stupid enough to fucking think that that was probably a good idea. You know what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying, and I like it.
I really think that you could find somebody that, you know, because you and who was it that was talking about the show where they bag on people?
Oh, Impractical Jokers.
Impractical.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those dudes are hilarious.
Okay. Well, that sort of thing, except in reverse, where you're not trying to screw your buddies, you're trying to screw whoever comes in. I think there's probably a few people that I would really, really enjoy.
I would love to do that too.
Yeah.
And like maybe have the door blocked where they couldn't get out.
They couldn't get out. It's like, you're not going anywhere. You got an hour to fucking fill, dude.
Because we've already heard your shit all this
now
time.
It's this,
and now we got this right here.
Yeah, this is our time
this
to freaking make
our
it
time
even.
to get it. I have a feeling I know one person that you're talking about.
You're probably right.
He won't.
Don't say he won't, because I got a feeling that, you know what, you appeal to the ego
but it's large.
I understand.
The ego is large. The head is big. I might have to put a different door on here, like a garage door on here, or something.
A set
like
of
that.
French doors that extend off the side.
Yeah, to get his head in here.
It's possible, but you know what? Would it be worth it?
Oh,
absolutely!
By all means,
it would be a freaking world record special right here.
You couldn't do it if the guy was the guy I'm thinking of, because circumstances.
Maybe. You're right. Maybe. But would it be worth pursuing?
God, dog, yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think if things work out, or if things happen that would need to happen for that to happen, that would be amazing.
That's it. And I think that just as a guess, and this is totally guess, but I think things are lining up in that direction. I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm not going to say it will, but if it does get to that point where it does line up, I think that the freaking line's cast and the bait's on the hook, and it's going to be freaking reel them in.
I think that we could destroy that guy.
I do too, and I think that it would be well worth every freaking minute of it.
The setup would be the best, and then he comes in here, and then we totally blow this bastard up.
I think that and that the funny thing is, I think that it would be.
We're nice guys, everybody, just to let you know. But this is one dude that we would love to come in here and absolutely obliterate. And
he might not even know he got obliterated. That's the funny thing about it. He might, his head's so big, he probably would think it's a plus. It's a positive. It's a freaking ego boost.
I don't know.
No, I'm serious.
I don't know. Possibly.
But
this guy, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that may be right.
But it would make for great freaking a great podcast.
God, it would be. And I don't even really care if anybody out there listen to it and go like, "Oh, this sucked." It would be like such sweet justice for us to totally fuck this guy over.
I think so.
On here.
I think it would be freaking.
Oh, we would set him up though. I think everybody would be like, "Oh man, we could set dude up and then crush him."
Yeah, but I really don't know. I really don't think that he would see it as being crushed. He would probably think of it being a stroke. I mean, a stroke is in getting petted. I think he would think it's a positive.
I don't know if he would, because
you'd go that far.
Oh, I would.
Oh, okay.
No. And if I do, you will.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Or if you don't, you probably would take the ball first.
Probably, yeah. But I think it would be interesting. Anyways, that's kind of a sidebar, and
it's a down the road thing.
We're not naming anybody, and we don't know anything yet. So that's kind of.
But it would be awesome.
It would be awesome.
So let's roll this out.
Okay.
I think we're doing pretty good here.
Okay.
So, hey, thanks for everybody for listening, and we'll see if we can get that jackwagon in here and fuck with him. But I doubt it. I don't know if he would do it, but it'd be fine. Anyway, we are